What's going on there, fellow YouTubers? It's Chris back with you with another good video. Guys, this one, this is awesome. This is one of those pictures that it's another blatant slap, and we already know that they lie in the picture, but it's one of those things that are in the picture that clearly looks like there's not a whole lot going on, just a flat surface, but there's tons in this picture to see. And I'm going to show you, this is from a guy, I don't know, you guys are probably, aware of the channel. It's called, well, at least the YouTube name is Erigia007. I think it's by a gentleman named Eric Giavedoni. Now, if I pronounce that wrong, please forgive me. Anyway, this is what he's got, and his name here is Falsification of Information Provided on Mars. The Sky is Blue, Not Red. And this was put out on March 3rd, 2012. This is the picture. Unfortunately, I don't know what rover this is. I think, and I could be wrong, it's either Opportunity or Curiosity, because I don't think it's Spirit. And he doesn't have the Sol in here. But that's okay, because I know this, I've seen this picture before. I know it's definitely a Mars picture. Or Curiosity or Opportunity, but either way, it's from Mars. And if you guys are not familiar, I think he's got the UFO VNI 2012 channel as well. So he's got quite a bit here that he does. So the credit goes for him as far as this next section I'm going to show you. Not this picture alone, because anybody can grab that. If we knew exactly what Sol it was. Anyway, so that's not my issue. And I wanted to show you right here. Let's just jump into this, because when you look at this background here, you're going to see some real crazy stuff. Now, the good thing about it, I think he was just basically, the subject of the video is simply the sky is blue and not red. So, but what's in this picture is even crazier. Let me see. Let me jump into this, because I want to show you this right away. This just blew my mind. First of all, well, let's just jump in here a little bit. I noticed this in this picture, and it kind of blew my mind. I'm saying, what is this? I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's very faint, but you can see it over here. It's doing this here. Okay. Up, over, comes down a little bit. Let me go back to this side. Looks like it goes back up a little bit, goes back down, and does this here. Okay. This is what I'm confused about. You can see a mountain also in the background. Well, I kind of did that a little goofy, but that's okay. But anyway, let's do this. And it's relatively... You can kind of see like it's faded here. Like it kind of does this here, like there's a blurry spot. But whatever, that's okay. And you can see it does this, and then goes like this, so on and so forth, and there you go. My complaint is this. Why does it seem like this goes past the mountains? And it's transparent. You can see that mountain right here through this area. Why is that? And again, this is, even though I just threw this into Photoshop, nothing's been done to this picture at all. Okay, so what gives? Why is that? Well, let me show you something that, if you guys have seen pictures like this before in the past, I'm going to give you a good example of BS. Here's a good example right here. Listen, I'm no professional photographer. It doesn't matter. Because you know what? I've never seen this garbage at all in any picture at all. Any of you guys who are professional photographers, step up. Tell me what you think this is, because I'll be damned. I've never seen this, and it looks completely fake. And if you notice right here where my cursor is, you can see right here, very faintly, there appears to be some kind of mountain in the back. And it does this. It looks like it's right there, and then you don't see the rest of it. It just disappears. So we've done this in the past. I had some, with the other Msss anomalies, where we've done videos on this, where you can actually see through this junk if you really squeeze these pictures, is the term I use. Because you're trying to get past and try to see any other shapes beyond this manipulation. Now, anybody who says this is real, yeah, you're off your nut. That's all there is to it. Come on now. You clearly can see that's just junk. Well, this picture's no different, okay? And I'm going to show you that, because this is what... Let me do this. Let me just jump back here a minute. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just play his video, and then I'm going to just... What he does is he just uses... And you can see automatic contrast, automatic color. Okay? Now, okay, this is what he gets right here. And you can see that the sky is definitely blue. This looks more natural to me. This does not look fake. This looks like the real deal. However, what's in the background is, and there's so much going on in this picture, guys. Oh, my God. Let's put it this way. Another crazy picture. Let me jump back into here. And I'm going to show you that right here. Okay. This becomes more prominent. Watch this. Okay. You can see that now, right here. There is a giant blur. Or some kind of, they're trying to make it look like another mountain way, way in the back. You know, like you get that, because it's true. I mean, if you ever looked at mountains like on here on Earth, and I'm talking about the ones that are way behind other mountains, they do look like a whitish kind of like fogged out area. And that makes sense to me. But look at this. Look at the way this is manipulated. This whole area. Okay. This whole area is actually going in front of the mountain. This area is transparent. Why would somebody do that? Why would you do that unless you're trying to hide something? Okay? All right. So there's not only a bunch of stuff going on in the background, because I don't know if you guys noticed this. I'm going to show you the original picture. Tell me what the hell this is. And I'm not going to do a thing to this picture. This is the original. Tell me what this is. I'm just going to go ahead and zoom in. This in the background. Right here. See that? Let me go ahead and just thin this out a little bit. Okay. You've got right here, and you're going to see this a whole lot better in a minute. Well, I kind of loused that up. It's hard to do it because I'm actually doing it a little bit thicker brush than I wanted to, but that's okay. It goes back like this. Has this weird hump kind of thing going to it. And there's something else right here. I don't know what the heck that is, but I'm going to show you this. It's really, really noticeable. Check it out. I mean, what does that, guys? Look at this. Are you kidding me? You can see structures all in the background here, but they tried to take this out. Even with this, I can see a whole bunch of stuff in here. Look at this. Of course, I did that. It's supposed to be straight, but you get the idea. You can just see these weird shapes and other things laying here. Something looks like it has a dome type thing. This has this weird, looks like it does this here. Now when you really look at this thing, it goes like this, down, goes across, it goes down. And I don't know, there's some kind of dock feature there. I can't make out what that is. But there is plenty of stuff in here. There's something that looks like it goes like this. It shoots up in here and goes back down here. I mean, oh my God. This thing is insane. But let's go ahead and just start going into this. Because this, you're going to see a lot more in this picture than meets the eye. Because first I try to get in here to find out what's in here. Because as you can see, the colors, and just so, let me just backtrack just a hair bit. Because I want to show you what he did. Just so you guys can pull this out too, once, because you'll get these pictures as well. When you do this, he said to, and a lot of people do this anyway, it's like auto contrast and auto color. But I think he did something a little bit more than that. But you can still see the blue here, if you notice. You can actually see the, but this is what I do. I will literally just go to here, go to adjustment, go to levels, and do each one of them like this. Red, bring this one up to about the end there, bring this one to this edge here. Get it almost in the middle, just a little bit there. Go to your next color. Go to your green. Do the same thing. Go right there. Go right here. And go a little bit like this here. Then go to your blues. Just come in here. Bring this way down to this here. And then just bring it like this. Now, check that out. There is your true colors right there. There it is. Now, that's what I'm doing anything else with. And you could see what looks like something in the background. But look at this. What is that draped all over the whole length of this thing? These are not mountains. This literally is running in front, right here. And you can see the mountain, or whatever this is supposed to be, or whatever they're hiding in it. This whole, whatever, I'm going to use the term, it's a manipulation. But it's like they try to put like a film over it, just to try to hide whatever's behind this, or whatever's in the back in the horizon here. Okay. So, I'm going to jump back to this, okay, and I'm going to start, look at the stuff that's in the background here. You've got to be kidding. Now, it gets more and more bizarre every time you start to do this picture, because there's a bunch of crap right here in front here as well. I'm going to start off with the colors, then I'm going to go to the black and white and go into the black plate so we can try to dig this stuff out. There's so much junk in here. As far as manipulation, all in this, they did this purposely. So these would look like just standard mountains and, you know, nothing more. But the more you dig, the more you'll find it. Now you can start to see things like right here. There's something right here. But there's also many things like here. Look, you can see right here. And that going down. Let me just go ahead and make this just a hair bit bigger. Well, I don't know if that would be too much, but let's try that. Right here. You can see that right there. There's so many 90-degree angles in here, it's pitiful. It's sad. Because what they're doing is they're really trying to hide what's in this picture. Check this out. And this gets even crazy because you'll see something that looks like, I don't know if they're giant lines, like power lines or whatever, but this goes over to here. There's these other features going like this here. You know what? Let me do this. Let me switch this to... Let me go to red here. It'll be a lot more noticeable, I think. So let's do that instead. Well, let's do this. Drop down to this. And we'll flip this to that one. Do this. Well, not that. But anyway, you can see this now. You'll see, like, these straight line, 90-degree angles, things all over. What they do is they show you this particular rock outcrop in the front, so you don't know how big this stuff is in the back. My thing is, I think they're just looking over this mountain, and they're seeing way in the back, well, this hill, I'm going to say it, and they're looking in the back here, and they're seeing all of this in the back. So, and like I said, what is this that's sitting right here? It's actually got this... And it had these other features, something going down like this. Well, not that way. But like this, I should say. Kind of like this U-shape kind of thing. But there's these weird... This stuff is all over the place, man. It's just... You can see these just funky features to this. Look at this. Oh, right here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keeps going and so on and so forth. But you can see these other features in the back. You can see this over here, like I was pointing to, started to, because you really couldn't see it that good. Right here. There's something going like this. Now, what I try to do is get rid of any artifacts that we could, if we, you know, the best that we can. And there's, look at this. Goes back. You've got this pieces over here hanging up. Well, not hanging up, but actually overlaying. This almost looks like this is the ground. Well, at least part of the ground. And there's things actually hidden right here that are literally almost like sitting under a roof type thing. If that's the best way I can... That's the best way I can actually say that, because... Watch this. Just bring it back just a little bit. We don't want it too pixelated or anything. So, when you look at right here, again... And you've got this piece here... This over here, this coming down, and you can see it's got some other features to it, but you can see something underneath this, like this has this weird oval in it, and then it goes like this. There's multiple things underneath this. You're going to see this a little bit more, but check out, it's like the white parts of what you want to find. That's the stuff that's really being hidden. All of this greenish kind of stuff is the manipulation. They're trying to hide what's really in here. And what's crazy about this, there's several things that almost look like automobiles. Now, I'm not saying that's what they are, because some people are like, oh, he said here's the cars again. Because they have this slope front to them. Here's another one. Going over here. There's something in the background of that one. But they have these little openings. And they always slope down. You can see right here. Well, I don't know if that's a round circle, but I'm just going to do that anyway. But you can see there's multiple things here. And there's something right here. Has this weird leg coming down. The body of it. And then it looks like it has this oval piece in the back of it. I mean, there's a ton of things in this picture. But let me keep going with this, because like I said, I go with the black and white as well. So, and then also I concentrate more on this back of this mountain. And that's where it gets really bizarre too. So, okay, this doesn't look too bad. You're starting to see all of these other little things in the background. I don't know if you can see that. I mean... Just this alone. I mean, it's a dead giveaway. Look at this. I don't have to do a thing to this. And I can see this weird... You can see it just right there. It's like just being blotted out right there. You can see this coming down. This comes down like this. Down here. Goes across. Comes back down. And you can see whatever this is, they're trying to take it out. This looks like it has a dome feature to it. And there's multiple things in here. Okay. So, and it's a lot more prominent now, see it? You can just see it. I mean, it just sticks out like there's no tomorrow now. Okay. So, I'm just going to back up just to here. Because I want to get all of this in. Okay. And I should be going to the black plate right here because this is going to get a whole lot darker. Okay. So now let's do this. Now we're into the basically black plate where everything is just no color, none of that junk in here. Let me just do it this way. We can get a happy medium if we can. Here is that, again, that piece in the background is the most telling. Now it's going to be just a regular white, and that's fine. You can see that right there. Coming down, going across, going like this, going back down. I mean, there's tons of things in here. Just look around it. There's things all over this. And because this has all been manipulated in this basic area right here in the middle, let me do this. Right here in the middle, I don't know if you can see that, my little hand there. All of this, you're trying to pull this stuff out, and I'll tell you what, it's not easy. It really is not. So, and then I try to shop it up a little bit, and let me just back out just a little bit here. Okay, but you can see what looks like there's objects all in here. And it's all over the place. Now, I'm going to show you another side to this. I'm going to go right to the black and white. Okay. Now, do you see that a lot more, where this is a lot more prominent? Let me see. Right. Well, let's do it this way first. Right here. Look at this right here. Coming down. Doing this. You can still see that other object there in the back. But this is just, what I did was I just went strictly to black plate this time because I want to see if I can find anything of any value. But look at the way this is right here. This is running. Now, I can't do this because I have... Okay. Well, I can just go right to that. It doesn't really matter. These are the things I found in here that are just bizarre. Because when I do this, you could start to see... I don't know if I have this or not, but let me see here. Let me go to... Okay. I don't know if you... All right, so let's do it right. Okay. Check this out. Goes up like this. Comes over to here. And then back down. But it doesn't just stop. It goes like this. There's something round right here at the top. There's a smaller one. And then a smaller one. You've got this piece here. And when I keep going with this thing, it just gets crazier and crazier. Look at this. Straight pieces coming down. This going all along here. This one going up here. Stopping. Then it goes like this and goes into this other opening, which is like got like an arch to the top of it. But check these out. 1, 2. Got another small arch. Pieces coming down. This one right here, like I was showing you earlier, has this weird arch to it right here. I mean, there's some crazy things in this picture, man. I'm just like, whoa. All right, so what I did was I did this. Then started, what I wanted to do was see what's in the background more than anything. And that's where it gets really crazy because now you're starting to see more and more things. Look at, I'll see we're back in the gray. But that's okay, because you can see I'm going from the left to the right here. And you can see just pieces going across. Now, okay. Now I'm going to go into the black plate, which is going to look, you know, if I don't, it'll look like extremely red here. Bringing a whole new meaning to the word red planet. Okay. And you can see these now in the background. And there's like these just crazy features in here. And you can see it just a little bit. But check this out. I'm starting to bring it out just a little bit more. And you can see what looks like these... Something right there. Coming down. These things, whatever they are, they're covering up something major here. Now, it's hard to really pull this stuff out. But man, I tried like hell. And look at these other features in here. Now, let's do this. This should go back to... Okay. And this is where it gets nuts. This is the finished product. Check this stuff out. Now, this can only be... Well, of course, it could be anything at this point. But let's do this. Let me just hit this here. And we'll go to color. So this way we can actually bring this out better. Okay. Check this out. I'm just going to draw this stuff out. And then you got the upper level here. Kind of like what I just did in the other one where I had these weird overhangs, if you will. I don't know if that's what they would... I don't know what the heck you'd call that. But you can see this stuff coming down like this now. Here's the arch. Now you can see it more complete. Now you can see something going like this. And then going off... Going like this. And going off on the side. And there's a third one doing the same. Okay. Then you've got this piece here going like this. Coming down. Goes up like this. This piece, you can just see it just right there. There's 1, 2, and then you get this bigger piece here. Then you can see this piece in the back going like this. Okay. This piece actually has what looks like an oval opening here in the front. You can see that right there. But look at these things here. There's this piece almost looks like a pizza pie. But there's one round piece here, another here, and there's what looks like different pieces branching off to each other. And you can see that right there. Check that out. Something right here, very faintly, going like this. Something like this. I mean, this is crazy. This is just... There's stuff all over this. And the fact that they're trying to hide this is just... It's amazing. This has a base to it kind of thing. It has like this square section. And I don't think this stops here. These stop here. They literally go into this section. In fact, I think there's a part here that does that. See this right here? Goes down into this other area that's supposed to be the ground. I believe you're seeing a whole... I don't know what this is, to be honest with you. All of this up here, I believe that's just nothing more than artifacts, and I don't care about that. But stuff down here, you can see, because that is... let me see. If you do this... Well, we'll just mark it off for the heck of it. But if you look right here, you can still see... I'm going to show you where that is, right there. There's part of that mountain. Let's jump back into that. Well, there you can go. There you go. It's right there. It's just kind of marking off right there. Watch this. Again, right here. If you want, put your finger on any part of this line, and then when I change back, you're going to see it's just below. All of these shapes are just below that line. Why do you suppose that is? Well, because they're hiding something. It's as plain and simple as that. If something goes like this. I mean, and here's the crazy thing. All of this stuff underneath is the white part you want to try to get. And because they've done a great job of blanking this stuff out, it's really hard to pull this stuff out of there. Let me go back over to this side. Check these out. I mean, like I said, you can see these 90-degree angles. And these pieces running here, here, and here. I'm not sure what this is. It's got a gray band or something on it. I don't know what the heck that is. But whatever these are, check this out. These are not just simple picture artifacts. It's just not going to happen. And like I said, I like to have these, if anybody's a professional photographer, weigh in about what they thought about the anomaly, first of all, that's in the back of this so-called mountain area. Check this out. This has even got more intricate pieces. Check that right there. I mean, it's real small, but it's right there doing this. 1, 2, 3. And it has something on top. It looks like something round. Comes out like this. And does that. There's all these intricate little pieces. Arched. Squared off. This is not normal. This is not simple rocks. And that's all there is to it. See that? There is just, look at all these intricate little pieces all in here. It's not just something simple or just a simple rock laying on the ground. Yeah, not going to happen. Okay, and you can see something right there. It's kind of this weird S kind of thing. There's so much in these pictures, guys. Oh, my God. I would love to just see one of these pictures just one time, crystal clear. I've joked about it with Peter, which is also Space Cadet. I've joked around. If they ever came to me and said, oh, you need to stop what you're doing if they told me, I'll tell you what, we'll show you one good crystal clear picture of the area that you're looking at. But if we show you, one, you can't tell anybody that you've seen it. And two, you need to cease and desist and not make another video. Fine. Okay. I mean, it's as simple as that. Because what's in here is like, it's absolutely insane. The stuff that they're covering in here. I mean, like I said, you can start to see these things here. And all of these, come on. You couldn't see that here, but you can. Look. See that? Goes around, comes over to here, and it is going up. Right there. And you can start to see the lines just barely, but they're there. Here's another one. Well, that doesn't go quite that far. I'm kind of over-exaggerated that. But it goes like this. And there's things that are in here. Oh, my God. Look at this. Comes over, goes like this, goes back into that, like I said, and has this weird arch and goes down. It's there. It's definitely there. I'll go back, and you can see this stuff is in there. What they're doing is they're hiding what's sitting here. And you can see this line right there, again, goes up to like this. Guess where this line stops? Right here. So I suppose, yeah, it just has to be a fluke of nature. There's nothing really going on here. No, I don't buy it. But you guys, let me know what you guys think. As always, like I said, there's something right there too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I went like this and it comes down. And like I said, all of these things here, look at this. You know, some of these guys have been using the magnifier on there, which I have been, you know, wanting to tell everybody again, because I've been doing this before, to tell everybody, use the magnifier. If your computer's set up with a magnifier, use it. And you're going to be amazed at stuff you see in here. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of this is hard to tell what the hell this is, and I get it, but come on. Here's another good example. You can see this has been actually right here. Let me see if I can... Look at this right here. Although that doesn't look like much right here. Nice corner. Goes like this. Goes down. Nice, perfectly straight line. This goes around to the back, comes over to here. Now, you can see where they've actually airbrushed this right here. They've airbrushed all this. This is all garbage. This is not real. Another one right here. Goes like that. This is going like this here. Has this weird little slot kind of thing right there. This comes around the back. Goes like this. Come on. Now, I'm not saying that couldn't be a rock. I mean, it's obviously anything could be a rock. But what I'm saying is that you can see that plain as day. Forgot I got to go back to this. And like I said, if you look at this here, it looks like steel. It doesn't look like a rock. And the way this thing's going down, it has this nice, perfect slice in it, if you will. See that? You can see right here that this thing's been airbrushed. This stuff is being tampered with in a big way. And there you go. But like I said, this is... First of all, Mars does have an actual, you know, blue atmosphere. It's a lot like Earth. It's clear that they're hiding things in these pictures. And, I mean, you could just see this by doing this yourself. You guys can take this into the... into your own Photoshop or your own manipulating software and bring this stuff out yourselves. It's not hard to do. This stuff is pretty easy to do. So, let me just do this one last time. Let me just back out just a hair. And again, you've got this piece in the back. This, for me, just stands right out. I mean, this thing is like right there, up in your face kind of thing going on. Right here in the back. Look at that. And you can see what looks like almost like little domes. And like I said, these lines go past these green areas. So what's that tell you? All this what looks like a light green or this weird color is not. Whatever this is in the back, this is all the same color. And what they do is they just want like this to try to get every bit of these little details. And you can see what looks like these squares, these... Whatever these are, I mean, come on. There's another one here. Look, you can actually see that going like that. something going down like this. I mean, yeah. You guys get the idea. It's not what you think it is. And to me, this is a dead giveaway. This is nothing but a giant city in the background. And all of this foreground is actually the same way. It's all, you can just see things that are in here that they're trying to, all this green that's all over this, it's just a manipulation. And it's sad that they're doing these things. It really is. And what you try to do is you try to use white. And then, if you go into your dodge tool and use it on your midtones, and just anything that's white will actually be brought out even whiter. And that's what you want to do, because you want to bring out the actual detail, because if you look at the buildings back here, what color? They're like a whitish tan, right? Well, that's the same thing you want to try to do here. And you can see that something's all over here in this background. All right in here. And then you've got whatever's up on here. So there's no doubt, guys, there's no doubt in my mind that they're hiding this stuff. I mean, again, another blatant slap in the face, if you will. And it's unfortunate. But I enjoy it. I know they're faking the pictures. That's not a secret. But I want to bring this stuff out. I want to see what it is. And I even inverted this, too, just to try to see. But that shape is still there. If you notice right here, the ground still does it. Goes like that. Got that round piece right here. Got this other piece. The only difference is now the opening is now light, because I've inverted it. So, yeah. You can see something right in there. But you can see all of these shapes and everything else are still in the picture. See it? There's that shape. So, there's your red planet, which is BS. Let me see here. Let's do to the black plate. Okay. Anyway, guys, like I said, I just thought I'd bring this to you and just show you some of the crazy things. I'm trying to, like heck, to bring this stuff out, but these guys are crafty, man. These guys, they really know how to take this stuff out, and they do a great job of it. So all we can try to do is at least get a peek into what's really going on, and what they're really hiding here. I mean, here you go. This is the shapes I'm seeing in here, just some of them, not all. And you can see in between there's a bunch of stuff. And again, in the background, you can see plenty going on. So, there you go. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, just go ahead and leave a comment down below. I have another one coming up too. Another, oh my God, another crazy one. It just goes on and on. I mean, like I said, we've already determined that, a long time ago that they were lying about their pictures and manipulating. But this is a perfect example. I think it's a perfect example because you could clearly see they put like this fog, if you will, a manipulation. I don't know if they're using like a brush and just kind of like going over these areas, but you can see that. And I've been saying this for a long time now. They're doing it to hide detail. If you don't see the detail, you'll be none the wiser. And when I said about this guy's Eric on his page, you can clearly see that what he was doing here. Let me see. We're right about, where did it go? Right about here. I'll just back up just a hair bit. Right there, you can see, like I said, I mean, he was doing his, and you can see that right there. It's like they're just trying to cover from here down to here. They put this big fog, and you can see it's in front of this wannabe mountain or whatever this is supposed to be in the background, and it's clearly not mountains. I've just showed you that. And you can see it's in front because it goes from the bottom here to the top here. And this mountain, or the so-called whatever this is actually, this stuff, this fuzz in front is actually transparent. So what's that telling you? They're literally trying to hide what's in this picture. And again, it's sad, but these people are doing what they're doing. And a lot of scientists are not even, I mean, they're not even wise to this. They're just thinking, oh, you guys are crazy, you guys have come up with these, these videos, and you couldn't be more insane. Well, please tell me what the hell does this in the background. I've never seen a picture ever do that. Now, whatever. Like I said, if you're a professional, even just an amateur photographer, weigh in this on. Tell me if you've ever seen this, because maybe I'm wrong. I could be. I'm not infallible. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think, and drop a comment down below, because I could really use your comments on this one. But again, oh my, it just makes you wonder how far have they gone to lie in these pictures? Not so much generally to the people, because we already know that. I mean, it's almost like since the first day they've done any space missions, they've lied to us. So that's not a secret. But in these pictures, how much are they really hiding? What we're seeing is maybe a third. I'm trying to break through the manipulations. That's why a lot of times you really can't see anything super clear. But there's some things that just pop right out. And you can see it pretty easy. And then some things are so vague, you're just trying to make heads or tails of it, and you just can't. Why? It's being covered. And a lot of people, again, will be like, well, why would they go out of their way of covering it? I don't know. Go and ask them. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? I mean, I don't know. I mean, for whatever reason, you know. Everybody says it's from the Brookings report, where, you know, they're not... Basically, don't divulge anything that's got to do with aliens. If we ever run into any, just don't divulge any of it. So I would imagine this is along the same lines. We're actually finding this stuff ourselves, so shh. Don't say a word about it. Just block it out. Do the best you can. The American people, or anybody in the world for that matter, are stupid. So just go ahead and just cover them up the best way you can, and hopefully they won't see this stuff. And a lot of times, people don't. They really don't. I've overlooked things. I've gone back to my old videos and go, oh my God, I can't believe I missed that. But why? Because you get your eyes... You got to walk away from these computers once in a while because your eyes go batshit. I mean, they really do. So you got to pull away from these things and come back with fresh eyes, and you'll see things you didn't even see the first time. It's just crazy. Anyway, guys, as always, share the videos. You know, give me a thumbs up on this. Give me your comments, as always. That's more important than anything because I need to know your input. Tell me what you think is going on. Have you seen anything similar to this? And anybody who's, you know, like I said, a amateur or professional photographer, weigh in on these anomalies that's over that mountain I just showed you, plus that one in that other picture with the rover in it. And you can see all these, like, what looks like these round orbs and all kinds of crazy stuff in the background. Just weigh in on it. Tell me what you think. Anyway, guys, got some good ones coming up for you. Stay tuned for those. Always a pleasure to do these for you guys, and I'll see you next pick.